Hello, I'm Robert. Welcome to Robert's Guitars and Gear. Today I want to talk about my beginner, my entry-level budget guitars. I'm going to talk about 4 of them and talk about, can I really determine which one is best or which one do I like best, and maybe that will be helpful to you. So let's talk about them. First, an honorable mention. I don't have it with me, but my Mustang Bullet HH is a great guitar. I reviewed it previously. You can see the review on my channel. I don't have it here, but I will say this about that guitar. It is so light and so ergonomic, so comfortable, that if you are a smaller stature player, maybe a young person, or just an adult that small hands or smaller body, it fits great. It is so nicely contoured. It's really ergonomic. And it's a really fun guitar. With the 2 humbuckers, they're not particularly refined, but they're loud, they're raucous. If you want to really kind of rock out or really get that grunge sound, you've got a great choice with that Bullet HH. Again, it's not extremely versatile. It's only okay for clean tones, but for a learner, especially a learner that wants a more compact guitar, it's a great choice. It's got a 14-inch radius fretboard, so it's really great for heavier styles of playing that you may want to do. So a strong honorable mention to the Mustang Bullet HH. Next, let's talk about this Ibanez, the GRX70QA. Now, this was overall a great guitar, and I really enjoy it. It's beautiful. It's in its original configuration. The pickups are solid. They're not great, but they're solid. The Affinity pickups. It's got a really fast and thin neck. So it's got many good things about it. There's nothing on this guitar that comes feeling just cheap, except my one problem with this guitar was this neck. In its original configuration, the neck just felt kind of plasticky to me and not particularly smooth, not comfortable. It was a real turnoff for me. Now, I didn't know this because I never tried one in a store. I just ordered it. And honestly, I ordered it because I really like this color. Now, the good news is, first of all, this can be fixed. I have a video out on how to do this. It's not hard to do. It takes a little patience, but it's definitely not hard. It's not like you need to be some kind of woodworker. You can just be a regular person. That's what I am. And you can make this feel like as good a neck as you can buy on the most expensive guitars. Now, the other thing that, if I have a choice between equal guitars, you'll see that this guitar has 2 controls, so it has a master tone. Now, look, people make that work, great guitars, but in a guitar like this that has 3 pickups, the bridge is always going to be a little more harsh or a little more bright. Sometimes they call it ice picky. The optimum guitar configuration, in my opinion, has a tone control for the bridge and a tone control for the neck or neck and middle together. Because in that configuration, you can set your guitar up so that you can get the tones you want distinctly for the neck or middle, if you have 3 pickups, and separately for the bridge. It's not a showstopper. In fact, many tremendous guitarists will use the tone control as just another way to get tones that they want. But for me, just a little bit of, between equal guitars, a little bit of a turnoff. But otherwise, I'm just going to say this guitar, as you buy it, as it comes, is a very solid guitar and can certainly satisfy your needs to learn and to play. Next, let's talk about my Affinity Strand. Now, I love this guitar, and there's so many good things going for it as you buy it, as it comes. Just, first of all, this one looks really cool. And there's many great colors and configurations of this, just fabulous. It's a strap body. It's very ergonomic, it's very contoured, it's extremely comfortable to hold and to play. And you're going to get Strat tones out of it. I did a review on this, and fundamentally you get a wide range of Strat tones. It's an HSS, it's a strong humbucker, you put that in the bridge and you're rocking out. So a great guitar, and I really recommend it for a learner. Now, the downsides of this for me were, number one, the neck is thin. Now, for my smaller hands, that works fine. And when I say thin, I really mean narrow, okay, across the fretboard. For my small hands, it's fine. In fact, it's good, and I like it. If you have big hands, this might not be the one for you. It just might be a little hard for you. The other major observation about this guitar that most people have is that the pickups, they give you great tones, you get nice Strat tones, but they're loud, especially with gain. Now, if you're playing clean and you're not using a lot of gain or just a little bit of crunch, you know, some blues or whatever, that's not really going to be a problem. And if you're playing higher gain, like you really want to get this humbucker going, you can certainly do that, but you really want to have a noise gate in your amp or a noise gate pedal. And with that combination, you're good to go. I think this is a great guitar. It's also a great guitar if you have the slightest inclination to modify it. I've got 2 videos out on how I've modified this one, in particular to put in new pickups. Not expensive, just cheap Alnico pickups, but man, it does get rid of that noise. These are not noise canceling, nothing special, just, you know, they really work, they really play nicely, but really a great guitar. I strongly recommend it. Now, let's get to this bad boy. This is the Kramer Beretta Special. Now, in my last 3 guitars, this is the cheapest one. When I bought it, it was $179. And I just got to tell you, as this guitar comes, you're just not going to do better than that. This is such a great guitar. Let's talk about its virtues. First of all, it really looks great. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's a crazy color, but that's really fun and festive. You know, I'm an older player and I love the fun. I love the festive. And number 2 is the fit, the finish. It's just great. This neck is right there with my more expensive guitars. It's just finished really nicely. The frets were finished nicely. I did have some fret sprout with this later on, which is common with many guitars and certainly with budget guitars. But the overall finish, the finish on the frets, just fantastic. Just really, really solid. It's a fast, comfortable neck. Body, absolutely beautiful. No problems in the finish. The color just has the sense of being thick and rich and saturated. Just fantastic. The bridge was adequate. It's very common with budget guitars, but it was quite adequate and certainly replaceable. And the pickup on this, it's an Epiphone pickup. The stock pickup is great. This guitar, if you're really drawn to learning, but you're drawn to high gain, hard rock, metal, it's just a great guitar to learn on. For an experienced player, it's a great guitar to have at hand or to take out when you don't want to take out a better guitar. And it's certainly a great platform for modding. I have a video out on the mods I did to this one. I've got a Jalen Guitars Frankie pickup clone. It's the best pickup I own. It's just off the charts. This guitar is easy to modify. It's so basic in its switching. It's just got a volume. The wiring is simple. It's great to learn on. Just a fantastic guitar. So, if I'm summing up, each of the 4 guitars I talked about I think are great for learners. A lot of this comes down to really what style that you want to play, what looks good to you. what interests you musically. They're all very usable guitars out of the box. They all have great virtues. You can really go a long way with each one. I've modified all of them. I am no expert. They're not, difficult mods to learn how to do, and just really nice guitars to have. So really, I recommend all of them. But if you are inclined at all towards the heavier music, I don't know how you can beat this. This is just such a fantastic guitar. So I hope this is helpful to you. I really appreciate your support for my channel. I hope you'll subscribe. I'll try to do more of this content to help you pick for guitars for a learner, for an entry level. I'm going to get into some intermediate level guitars over the next couple of weeks. I hope it's helpful. I love your comments. I appreciate your comments on my playing, which is hopefully improving. And I appreciate your support for the channel. Thank you very much. Have a great week.